In the past decade, curriculum review followed a traditional process that had been codified over decades of educational best practice. We would review each content area once every 5 years. In that review, teachers, administrators, the curriculum coordinator, and the special education department would come together to look at a few important elements: standards, graduation requirements, and curriculum resources. Once we created the recommended curriculum, it would be presented to the Board of Trustees. Then it would go into our curriculum library, where it has stayed for decades. It didn't always connect with what was happening in the classroom, and it didn't always connect with what our students were experiencing. Along with the new skills required of all students in the 21st century, the best practice of curriculum review has changed. In 2011, our community spoke loud and clear about the importance of creativity, communication, collaboration, and critical thinking during the 21st century model of change process. All of the students graduating from Missoula County Public Schools were expected to be able to compete and succeed in the 21st century. Together, we all realized that we needed to prepare our graduates for a very different future when they left our classrooms. It would require us to think differently, to create different educational experiences than we had in our own educational lives. It would require us to retool the foundations of our work as educators. Over time, we looked at our model of adopting curriculum to see how it could work better for our educators, how they could more intentionally engage with the requirements of the new curriculum, even if they didn't participate on the review committee. We also knew that student achievement data had not been a meaningful part of our curriculum writing process. So we started to research best practices, and we started to look at how we do business. And we took feedback from teachers about where and when they were struggling with implementing curriculum in their content areas. And we adopted a continuous curriculum implementation process. Now, curriculum review in English language arts and literacy, science, health enhancement, fine arts, social studies, counseling, math, library media, career and technical education, and world language includes research and action study and book clubs, a look at local, state, and national standards, a process of identifying priority standards, scope and sequence, learning targets, proficiency scales, and pathways kindergarten through grade 12. This is the deep, job-embedded, and hard work of seeing where student work connects with the expectations articulated in the curriculum. We come together at the district level and then take the work back into our classrooms. It also allows our professional educators to wrestle with the key questions of a professional learning community. Only after that work do we start to evaluate materials, report cards, professional development, and coaching cycles. Then, we work to implement the right materials into classrooms, formalize units of study, and continue professional development, including learning walks in the classrooms. Finally, we do the important data analysis to see where our students are strong and where they are struggling and determine our next area of focus. Throughout this process, we are constantly asking, what do we expect our students to learn and be able to do? How will we know if they are learning? How will we respond if they don't learn? What will we do if they already know it? This continuous cycle keeps repeating in every content area so that our teaching, our standards, and our materials stay dynamic. Along the way, artifacts of student work and the district-wide PLC decisions are updated on the Teaching and Learning website and can act as supports for staff as they implement key elements of the adopted curriculum. In case you are interested in the research behind this process, visit the Frank Porter Graham Child Development Institute to learn more about Dean Fixon's work.